Welcome back to Q&A for the day. My name is Josh Akonye, the fastest physical therapist in the nation. If you didn't know, now you know. And I'm here to answer your questions about fitness, rehab, or just life in general. So let's get to the first question for today. What keeps you motivated? Honestly, I hate this question. I hate it because I feel like, I don't know, it's pretty simple. Like, if you really want something, you're going to do whatever you can. Well, whatever you like, the right thing, good things only. Whatever you can to get it done. At the end of the day, like, if you're not disciplined or motivated, then what you really want, you really don't want it bad enough. And I feel like some people think they want something, but if you're not really willing to do what's needed to be done, then you don't really want it. You know what I mean? You maybe think you want it, you kind of want it, but hey man, you gotta put in the work to get where you want to go. And I don't know, I feel like I've kind of had this mindset from a young age. I wanted to play college ball growing up, and I knew, like, cause you could ask anybody who knew me back in the day, I was not fast, I was not strong, I was not athletic. They called me names. Now, I wasn't bullied. All right, we're gonna get it straight. Nobody was bullying me, but they was doing quite a bit too much name calling. You know, they used to call me Okano Hands, Okano Speed. You know, my last name Okonye, so they had a freaking field day with that. Call me Okano Talent. Okano, like whatever you could think about. They just started it, kept it rolling. And I was like, you know what? First of all, forget all y'all, you know? And second of all, I knew for a fact, well, honestly, I can't say I knew for a fact. I hoped, I have faith. And I was just like, if I put in the work, no matter what, no matter how much work needs to be done, I knew that I would need to put in more work than the next guy to even be just at the same level. And I accepted that. And once I knew that was okay, hey, I felt like I was just a different breed, you know, and that's kind of what helped me kind of, you know, get through anything in life. And it was just like, I don't know, once you kind of believe you just built different, man, the things you can accomplish in this world is just, hey, it's sky's the limit. And I just feel like, yeah, definitely. I mean, all the time, are you disciplined? Are you motivated? Like, do you feel like doing something? Maybe not. I don't always feel like working out or, you know, putting in extra work on the side to kind of, you know, help work on this other business adventure or opportunity and stuff like that all the time. But at the end of the day, at my core, my foundation, I know, hey man, this is where you want to go. This is what you got to do. So make sure you do it. It's pretty simple. And you know, I'm a big quotes guy, and I grew up listening to quotes by one of my favorite person to listen to quotes is Will Smith. Now, this is before Will Smith was out here slapping people and everything, but you know, my man Will Smith was giving out gems back in the day. And you know, one thing he said, I might be paraphrasing it a little bit right now, but he's like, whatever you want to be, whatever you want to do, like, just decide. And you know, the rest is easy. You just have to decide what it is you want to do. There's other ones that was like, those who say they can and those who say they can't are both usually correct. I think that's maybe Confucius, but he may have been quoting Confucius. So whether it was Confucius or Will Smith, hey, props, because it was a nice little quote there. But yeah, like honestly, I was one to listen to motivational videos all the time growing up. Just going to school before games, just on a regular Saturday, just to kind of, you know, just keep me in that mindset. You know, one thing that, you know, everyone used to listen to E.T., you know, the hip hop preacher. And, you know, one thing he used to say was, you know, if what you're doing isn't getting you to where you want to go, isn't helping you, why are you doing it? You know, that's kind of what I try to just keep in mind throughout life and anything I did. Like, I wanted everything or most things that I did to have a purpose, have a reason behind it. And yeah, like honestly, you just like, you develop, I don't know, some people have it, some people don't. And we just have that dog in you. You know what I mean? Like, you just like I know I talk to some people, I'm like, bro, like, what do you want to accomplish in life? You know, some people have their goals, some people have, you know, things they want to reach. And like, you know, sometimes the goals are pretty simple, pretty basic, but like, I don't know, for me, sometimes I can't even really speak about everything I want to do. I just know I want to do so much. Like, I want to like I just want to take over the world, like, in a way. Like, I just want to like, I don't know, just like, you just get this feeling like, man, I just want to do so much. I want to accomplish something that like I didn't even think I could accomplish. Like, do I want to get a nice job with a, you know, career and a family? No, I don't. I mean, yeah, that's nice, definitely. I mean, I want to have a job, but you know, in the long run, I want to be able to create jobs. I want to be able to give people jobs. I want to be able to, you know, just do so much and help others in you know, in so many different ways. So if me having a job can help that, hey, so be it. But like, I don't just, because a lot of people have jobs. A lot of people have jobs and a family and stuff like that. So it just seems to it's not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely not a bad thing, but to just limit myself to that is like, nah, like I need to do more. And that could be a bad thing at times, because, you know, sometimes you can kind of spread yourself thin trying to do so many things. But there's actually a quote, you know, the quote that say, master of, what is it like? Master of one is not as a master. No, what hold on, let me Google that quote, because this is a quote that people always keeps telling me, but then I found out that there's actually a longer quote for it. Let's see. It goes. Yeah. Okay. A jack of all trades is a master of none. And people always say that, like, Josh, you're doing too much. Jack of all trades. You do a lot of things. You're nice, but that means you're a master of none. Let the quote continue. The rest of it says, but oftentimes better than a master of one. So you can go ahead and master that one thing if you want. I'm going to go and try to master everything. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not just doing things just to do them. Everything that I like to do stems from a passion of mine, whether it's cooking, whether it's cinematography, photography, you know, fitness, physical therapy, just performance training, and just things like that, like music. I love it all. I used to make beats and stuff as a kid. You know, I used to freestyle a little bit. I used to call me the freestyle king, but you know what I mean? I'm long retired. That's back in the day. But yeah, honestly, you know, that's the goal of life, really. You want to use your passions to really do something with. You know, everything you want to do in life, you should want it to connect to a passion of yours. You don't want to do things just to do it, just to get a paycheck, you know, so you can eat. Sometimes that may be the issue. I mean, that may be what you have to do, and that's okay. In the meantime, you know, sometimes you have to do certain things to bridge you to, you know, where you want to go. But for that to be like your goal, for that to be like the end destination, not acceptable. And I mean, if that's what you want to do, cool. Hey, tease your own. But me, hey, what I'm gonna do, whatever I do in the future, is gonna stem from a passion of mine. It's gonna stem from the foundation of what I want to accomplish and what I want to do. You know, and I'm constantly chasing new goals. I'm constantly trying to just improve and get better and just like be a better version than I was the day before in any way. People ask me, why do you continue to work out as hard as you do? Are you preparing for something? Should we be scared? Like, is the world like, bro, no. You know why I work out all the time? You really know why I work out all the time? I've always wanted to be an Avenger. So like, I'm like, yo, if I could work out all the time, you know, maybe I could be the Black Panther. Hey, you know, if that's something might work out, you know, I might end up in the next Avengers movie, something like that, but I want to stay ready. That's why you got me out here running. I'm out here jumping and you know, doing all these flips and stuff. I mean, I ain't do no flips, but you get the gist. You know, I just love being, you know, athletic. I love, like, I mean, I was always, well, I wasn't always an athlete, but once I became an athlete, I wanted to stay an athlete. And, I just love being able to move. I love being able to run. I love being able to be in a room and be like, nah, man, you can't dust me. We can go out to the street, to the track right now, lace them up, and let's see what happens. Because, I mean, I like being able to do that. I don't want to be saying, ooh, my knees, ooh, my back hurt, ooh, my ankle been hurting, I can't. Nah, so I work to stay healthy and stay in shape as long as I can, but also work to keep my mind, keep my craft, my skills at a high level and constantly improve. I'm never complacent. I'm never, content. I always know there's room for improvement, and, but I appreciate what I'm able to still accomplish. But at the end of the day, I'm always trying to see, what's next, what's more. Because I always believe, like, at the end of the day, if you know someone can do more, if you see someone doing more, you're going to believe, okay, I can do more, right? So why not just aim to do more? Because some people kind of limit themselves to what they see. And I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, you only know what you know. You don't know what you don't know. And at the end of the day, it's just like, sometimes people just don't know what's better. They just don't know how far things can take it. And sometimes that's just maybe your limiting factor. But for me personally, I'm constantly seeking, hey man, how far has someone been able to take something? I'm trying to look for inspiration where I can find it. I definitely inspire myself. Don't get me wrong. I don't like fiend or just need inspiration to keep going, but it's definitely nice to see, okay, if this person can do that, I can find my own way of getting there, or like follow their clues of getting there, or seeing what's even possible. I've been blessed to, be around people and have friends who accomplished so many things in life, especially in a short amount of time and at a young age too as well. But the thing is, always, you need to know that, everyone has their own path. Everyone, has their own, journey in life, and you can't always compare yourself. Like, I don't compare myself to other people in terms of this person doing this at this age, or by this time, I need to be doing this by then. You don't know their journey. You don't know what led to that point. You don't know the timing of, that opportunity, like the significance of it. So it's like, yeah, it's good to see where other people can go. It's good to get inspired where other people's destinations are, or just along their journey. But just know that everything in your journey comes at a certain time. So don't try to put a time limit on everything, but also that doesn't mean that you can't strive for everything. And it's just like, that's kind of a hard, dichotomy to battle for some people, because people are like, hey, this so-and-so accomplished this by this age. I'm past this age. I must be a failure. No, that is not the case. Everyone has their own race. Everyone, is on their own path, and it's just not your time. Maybe you're just not ready to accomplish that just yet. Your life isn't ready to have that, opportunity just yet. Doesn't mean you're not gonna have it, but everything comes when it's supposed to come. So, sometimes people, if you get something too early, you may not appreciate it the way you need to, or you may not make the most out of it the way you need to. So it's like, have faith that everything's going to happen for a reason. It's going to happen when it's supposed to happen, but also know that you don't have to work to make things happen. So, it's just a constant battle of, knowing that you have time, but at the same time, knowing that you don't got time. You know what I mean? Like, you don't got time to mess around, but there's time to get to where you need to go. Don't rush the process, embrace the process. And that's a big thing. That's a big thing a lot of people, don't like to do, especially nowadays. A lot of people want this, want that, want this, want that, and they don't see the work that that's behind getting there. And once you kind of love the process, you love the journey, the destination is going to happen. But a lot of people just want the destination, but they don't want to get there. They want to go 5 miles, they want to get the Uber, but they don't want to walk there. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, there's quicker ways to get places. Is the quick way always the best way? Not necessarily. But if you love the work, if you have a passion for grinding and putting in that work to make what you need happen, I promise you, you're gonna get everything you want and everything you need in life done, because at the end of the day, like, hard work does pay off. Now, it may not pay off when you want it to pay off, and you have to understand that, but it does pay off. You put in work, you get out what you put in. And all these cliche phrases are phrases for a reason, because there is meaning behind them. People have time and time and time and time and time again have proven these cliche phrases to be true. So at the end of the day, like, what motivates me is, I mean, I would have to say like a fear of failure, like a fear of just not accomplishing what I want, but also a fear of like being scared, to really accomplish what I want. And that's the only thing. Like, I really don't regret too much, or if anything, I don't really regret anything in life, because at the end of the day, all my decisions, all my experiences, make me who I am as a person. But I do know that I would regret not trying something that I really, really, really wanted to try, and just didn't do it because I was afraid it wasn't going to work out, or I just didn't think that, it was something that I could accomplish. At the end of the day, like, I'd rather prove to myself I can't do something rather than just write myself off from the beginning, because I mean, failure is guaranteed if you don't try. But you can try, and like, you can try, fail, you can try again, fail, you can try again, and you succeed. Like, you can't win without trying. So if you don't even try, you don't even give yourself a chance to win. At the end of the day, I'm gonna give myself a chance, the best chance that I can. I'm gonna put my best foot forward in order to accomplish the things that I want to in life. And so be it. If something doesn't work, if something doesn't happen, I know that I could have solace, or I could find solace in knowing that I did everything I could to, put myself in the best position. And I'm okay with that. But I know that if I felt I left so much on the table to and end up not getting there, I'm gonna always think, man, what if I did more? What if I would have done this? What if I would have done that? And that, I don't want to be in that cycle. I don't want to get caught up in that cycle, because that is a scary cycle. You do not want to get caught up in just, wondering what if, because that's a black hole right there. All right. So, yeah, I try. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. At the end of the day, like, there are definitely times where I'm like, all right, could have done a little bit better. You tried, but you could have put in just a little bit more effort. But I am, I hold myself accountable, and I'm like, all right, well, if you messed up this time, make sure you get it right the next time. Make sure you put in more work the next time. I'm able to be aware to tell myself, hey man, hey, you lacking. Come on now, get your stuff together and let's go. So, yeah, I mean, what keeps me motivated? You should anything that you want, that should be what motivates you. Like if you want to do something, if you want to accomplish something, just have that in your head every single day and think about, what am I doing today to kind of help me reach that goal? Now, granted, maybe not every single day you're going to be doing something to, get you somewhere you want to go, but at least have it on your mind. At the end of the day, like, at least 5 to 6 days out of the week, you do something that's gonna, have your rest days to definitely have time to yourself. That's a big thing. But you should often be thinking about, all right, how am I gonna get to where I'm trying to go? Is what I'm doing helping me get to where I'm trying to go? Or is what I'm doing, bringing me further away from where I'm trying to go? If so, how do I change it? And, if you have that on your mindset, or on your mind, often, I'm telling you, you're going to put yourself in the best position to really achieve what you really want to achieve. So, yeah, man, when times are hard, you just got to believe you are built different. That's what I tell people, man. You can't put other people's, limitations on yourself, because other people going to put their limitations on you. Don't do that too. Don't put, just because they couldn't do it, don't believe that you can't do it. All right. So You just gotta believe you built different because somebody gotta do it. That's what I've always told myself. You know, if there was something I wanted to do, somebody gotta do it. Somebody's gonna win it. Somebody's gonna get this position. Somebody's gonna, be able to achieve this opportunity. So why can't it be me? You know what I mean? Like I don't waste time thinking of reasons why I shouldn't win, but I'm like, I can think about all the reasons why I should. And at the end of the day, if it's gonna be somebody, that means it's possible for it to be me. Therefore, I'm gonna make sure I put my best foot forward in order to make sure that happens. So just it's a mindset thing. Honestly, sometimes you gotta trick yourself into believing that as well. Like, hey, fake it till you make it. In certain cases, that's good, but certain cases, if you're faking job experience and you're in charge of people's livelihoods and stuff like that, don't fake that till you make it, because you might not make it. But if it's something that just a mindset thing, sometimes you just gotta believe. Like you can kind of know, like, all right, this is very highly unlikely for me, but just in your head, just be like, hey, I don't care, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure this stuff happens. I don't know how I'm gonna get it done, but I know I'm gonna get it done because I know I'm not gonna just lay down and do nothing. So yeah, man, I'm telling you, if you just have that dog mentality and just believe that, hey man, I'm built different. I don't care if you couldn't do it. 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 He couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. I don't care, because that don't mean I can't do it. You know what I mean? That just means all y'all can't do it. But I'm gonna try my best to do it, and I'm gonna prove myself if I can or can't do it. And then if I happen to prove that I can't do it, at least now I know, all right, I know for sure I can't do it, but at least I tried. But then, best case scenario, you do it. Now, what now you're happy, all right? So just keep that mindset, honestly. And hey man, sky will be the limit. Sky's the limit. And just keep believing in yourself. Cause at the end of the day, like, people are gonna believe in you. Some people are not gonna believe in you. That really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you have to believe in yourself the most. Whether people want to think that's cocky, which honestly, I believe that, like, if people think you're cocky for believing in yourself, that's just like insecurities on their end. So like, don't let that get to you. But at the end of the day, you can believe in yourself, be very confident in yourself without disrespecting others or thinking of others beneath you. You know what I mean? There's a way to do it. There's a way to, like, I'm gonna think highly of myself. I'm gonna believe I can do anything in this world I really, really want to do. I believe that I can accomplish so much, but I'm never, ever, ever, ever gonna speak on someone else and say, oh, they can't do this. Oh, it's impossible for them to be better than me at this. Like, I'm better than them. Like, I would never think that. At the end of the day, I'm always, and I think this is part of why I'm always gonna like have that mentality of, I gotta keep working, because I believe anybody can do anything. So even if someone who will low key I'm either competing against or something like that, I don't really think they can, beat me. I know I'm not with them 24/7. They can do anything they want to do. So I'm gonna, keep working myself, because at the end of the day, like, you can't put yourself above anybody, but you better put yourself highly above in your own head and stuff like that, So yeah, just gotta be overly confident. Nothing wrong with being overly confident as long as you're smart about it and respectful with it, and still just not rude to people, but also just kind of like knowing, like, hey, I know I can do a lot, but always know there's room for improvement. You never want to be too confident to where you feel like you got there, you reached the destination, but you want to be confident enough to know that you are able to achieve certain things to kind of push you to achieve those things. So yeah, that's my, that was like a nice inspirational spiel. I feel like this talk right here should have you ready to run through a wall or go get that job, send in that application, start that business, buy that house and sell it and Airbnb it, and sit in one room and sell the other 3 rooms and work up your passive income and all that stuff you've been thinking about doing from Instagram and you just kind of been scared of. hey, this is your sign. Go make it happen. If it don't work out, hey, don't blame me. But at least you know you tried. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you tried. So, hey, take that with you. And yep, that's the end of this episode. So, hopefully that motivated you. Hopefully that helped you. Hopefully, I've brought some value to your life in some way, whether it's just to, help you kind of do that thing you've been thinking about doing, you've been scared about doing, or just, just reevaluating the mindset you have. At the end of the day, that's the point. You're always trying to reevaluate your life and, trying to figure out how to improve and what's the best way to move forward. So that's it for this episode. If you like this episode, hit that thumbs up. Please don't be hitting the thumbs down. If you don't like it, just exit out. Don't be hitting thumbs down, please. You know what I'm saying? But hit that thumbs up. If you have any more questions, hit me up in my comment section and in my DMs on Instagram the right way. And who knows, your question might be on the next episode. So thank you guys for watching. See you next time.